Welcome back to another episode of Open Straw Podcast. This is your Open Straw NBA preview, the best around. I'm telling you now, don't go anywhere else to find an NBA preview that's not like ours. Because we're giving you the best insight of every NBA team. Deep research from two of the best guys in business. So let's jump into this next team. This next team is going to be number 24. And
Let
up to
me
this,
let me put the cap on for this one.
there you go. 24 is the Cleveland Cavaliers, folks. 24 24 is the Cleveland Cavaliers. And these last three teams that we have done have been all me because I had the Western Conference, and I'm now handing the range over to my man FaZe. FaZe is all you, man. Do you? Let's go.
Cleveland Cavaliers. This one is easy because this is my team. I am a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, so we can talk about some of the things. Last season we were 22-50, and I say we because being a fan was the most important part of the organization. They won't live without us. So we were 22-50 last season. Not too good. We had a lot of injuries last year. A lot of missed games. Colin missed his first amount of NBA games. Colin Sexton, Larry Nance was hurt often. Darius Garland missed NBA games. The big one who's hurt every single season is Kevin Love. So we lost some games from him. So the idea that the Cavaliers wanted to go into the offseason with is supplement the talent that they already had. We already had a young team with Colin Sexton and Darius Garland, drafted Isaac Okoro last year, and Jarrett Allen. So we knew we were gonna have a good pick, and we were fortunate enough to get the number 3 pick. My boy Evan Mobley. I was telling Matt some time ago, before it's even presented itself, even before we got Jarrett Allen, that Evan Mobley was the guy that I wanted the Cleveland Cavaliers to draft. I was fortunate enough to see him play in person 2 times, and I was sold. Matt, what do you think about our pick?
I wasn't sold on Evan early on. He played against if you don't know people, I know I cheer for all Houston teams, but I am a Kansas Jayhawks college basketball fan. So I cheer for the Jayhawks. And Evan Mobley and the USC Trojans did knock out my Jayhawks in the NCAA tournament. And that kind of turned my eyes and attention on to Evan a bit more. And I do like him overall as a player. I'm just me, and I said it multiple times. I'm not a big man kind of guy. Like I don't like big men coming out the draft. I've been burned too many times, and I just gave up on big men coming out the draft. So I hope Evan is that guy to change my mind on that. Even though he's kind of like a flex big man, he's kind of like a four, a stretch big man. He's not a traditional Joel Embiid or DeAndre Ayton big man, but I like his game overall. His game kind of reminds me of Chris Bosh in a sense. So I feel like he can step in and be a pretty good player for y'all. Instant good player for y'all. He showed good signs in the summer league. But we're gonna see. But overall, I think Evan can be a good player, and I like that pick for y'all.
I think it was the right pick for us too. That's the player I wanted because my thought process even before the draft happened was if they're gonna have a starting backcourt of 6'1" and 6'1" and Darius and Colin and Isaac being 6'5" at the 3, they need to get taller in the front court, right? So we already had 7-foot Jared Allen and adding another 7-footer and Evan Mobley. We're gonna supersize the front court. We're gonna have a small backcourt. So I think this is the right pick. It was by far best player available. It happened just so happened to be our weakest position considering our injury prone power forwards. So it seems like it's going to be a good thing. Think about Evan Mobley. He's a dynamic player. Like he's a really good defensive player, really good reads. He handled the ball really well. His court vision for his size is amazing. His shooting is not the best. That definitely is a work in progress. And he definitely needs to put some muscle on because he will get bullied with his current size. But his skill set, like he has so much potential, but he has to live up to it. So I am really high on this draft pick. I am excited. Like the day after we drafted him, there was Evan Mobley posters in billboards in Cleveland welcoming him to Ohio. Like the air felt different, I guess. Like we haven't felt like that since LeBron came back. So
Oh my god.
hey, the air was good. People were waiting for him at the airport. It was a good feeling. So we have high expectations for the kid, and I think he'll pan out really well. Away from that, we drafted Evan Mobley and traded away the city and fan favorite Larry Nance, which it hurt. That's like a part of me as well because That's one player I wanted to retire in Cleveland. Loved everything he stood for. But he just can't stay healthy. And to be fair, he did go to from his words, went to management, said he wants to play for a team that can compete for playoff games and playing meaningful basketball games. And Cleveland's just not there. So they got him to go to the Portland Trail Blazers. Wish him nothing but the best. But in return, we did a sign and trade with Chicago getting added and brought in Lauri Markkanen. Who, once again, that just gives another super young player.
That's my boy.
24, yeah, that is your boy.
Yeah, I like Markkanen. I like Markkanen.
Yeah, Matt has been a Markkanen fan since his rookie year when he had him in fantasy basketball.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that gives us a lineup of the ages of 20, 21, 22, 23, and 22 again. So we have a lineup of, and then 24 off the bench. Like, we have a super young lineup. It's exciting, but it's up to Coach JB to put together and make it actually translate to wins. They also brought in Ricky Rubio and Denzel Valentine. Denzel's an interesting one. I don't think he really panned out in Chicago. I don't know what he's going to do for Cleveland. Ricky is a big one because Ricky has done a really good job of helping mentor Donovan Mitchell, helping mentor Devin Booker, help mentor Anthony Edwards. So we're hoping that he can take Colin and Darius under his wing and kind of help propel them to make them reach new heights. So I'm excited about that. And the big re-signing was Jarrett Allen for a 5-year, $100 million contract. Lock up our young center for 5 years. Guaranteed money. How do you feel about that?
I like Jarrett. I like the fit. I mean, I wanted him to stay in Houston. I mean, he was part of that big trade that we went through. But for some reason we just couldn't keep him for whatever reason. But I like Jarrett. I feel like I feel like y'all got him at a good price. For one, y'all didn't overpay for him. He was able to get his money. Especially in today's market. He's a big man that can run the floor, block shots, and rebound and play defense. He was getting held back in Brooklyn because I guess they promised DeAndre Jordan to start him. And so he couldn't really get no PT in Brooklyn like he should have been starting with Brooklyn day one. But
absolutely,
I guess they promised DeAndre if he came there with Kyrie and KD that they'll play him, and they just wasted Jarrett Allen's talent there, so they got him out of there. And I bet right now they wish they had him because that's exactly what they need. A big man can run the floor, rebound, and block at with his type of talent. They need that. So I like Jarrett overall, and I feel like he'll be a good fit for y'all to play alongside whoever y'all decide to start. If y'all decide to start Evan early on, or if y'all decide to go with Larry Markkanen early on, just whoever y'all decide to start, he's gonna be that force in the middle, and he can be one of the better centers in the NBA.
I do think we're going Evan. To be honest, I think Evan's going to be the starting power forward going forward. So I think we're going to, as of day one, we're going to have a lineup of Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. We need some vets around besides Kevin. So that leads me to the next point. And once again, Ben Simmons' game brought up as the Cleveland Cavaliers are a rumored destination for Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons' ears got to be ringing because he's been on these teams miles. But this is the what, fourth team in a row? So the Sacramento, Houston, Kings, Spurs, and now
I just said I think he would be good for the Spurs. Go there. That'd be a good place for you.
Man, go ahead though. What you about to say?
My bias side's gonna kick in for this. Colin Sexton is by far my favorite player in the Cleveland Cavaliers. And in order to acquire Ben Simmons, it would require us losing Colin Sexton. Would it be a better team? Absolutely. But I've seen so much progress from Colin year to year to year. It would be a tough pill to swallow to lose Colin because he went from averaging 16 to 21 to 24 and now becoming one of the most efficient scorers in the NBA, shooting 47% from the field, 37% from the three. Like, he's efficient. So,
question.
Go ahead.
Would you still take Colin over Trae Young after what Trae Young just did?
No, Trae Young's a better player.
Okay. Early on, you said Colin was a better player. I was trying to tell you that.
I'm a Cavs fan.
Don't get that bias out your heart.
Trae Young's a better player. I won't take it from Ice Trae anymore.
Okay, go ahead.
It hurts. We'll see what happens. It hurts. I hope we don't get rid of Colin. I hope we go into the season with the lineup of Darius, Colin, Isaac, Evan, and Jarrett. But we'll see. I won't be mad if we do acquire Ben, even though I've been really rough on him because he would be the best player on the team off the rip. And I'm not gonna discredit his talent. I just need him to evolve his game because we're gonna have no shooting in our lineup if Ben Simmons comes to the team. We're gonna be the worst 3-point shooting team in the NBA by far if we have Ben Simmons. So we're gonna need to get some shooters around him. But some other notable people to look out for: Lamar Stevens. He's probably not a lot of people are gonna know who Lamar Stevens is, but he was an undrafted player. Got picked up on a two-way from the Cleveland Cavaliers last year. Worked really hard. Got signed to an actual permanent, non-guaranteed contract, and had a really good summer league. So he might find his way into the rotation for the Cavaliers this year. Jetty Osman's a big question mark as he had his most inconsistent season of his career last year. So we'll see what happens with that. Another player to look out for on the Cleveland Cavaliers roster is Dylan Windler. He cannot stay healthy, but he was a 26 overall pick a few years ago, and he is the sharpshooter that Cleveland needs. He's that wing player that we need. He's that sharpshooter that we need. He's the guy who can go out there and rebound. Played at Belmont, averaged a double-double his senior season, putting up, I think, 28 a game. He's talented, but he has to stay on the court in order to show the talent. So we have an interesting team. I do think that the potential is there. Now that I've talked about Evan Mobley, I can also tell you who I think will be the rookie of the year.
Let's hear it.
I think it's going to be Jalen Green as well. I do. Evan will be an all NBA first team rookie. I will say that.
So okay.
I think Jalen Green's gonna get this one though. The situation's too perfect for him to get it, and I held that off on purpose because I don't want to discredit Evan until then. But hey, if Evan bring that rookie of the year to Cleveland, we'd love it. We need it. Go for it. But I do think it's gonna end up in Houston. But if you can prove me wrong, great. Just know I'm watching. I'm ready. I'm a subscriber to League Pass. I watch every game. So yeah, that's a lot of basically what we have. Expectations aren't too high for us, unfortunately. We have to prove people wrong.
I need you to talk about the monkey in the room, man. The elephant in the room. I'm sorry, the elephant in the room.
Did Kevin Love get bought out? Absolutely.
Talk about it.
It is time. I mean, best job.
You did hear that Kevin said he's not agreeing to a buyout.
Would you? You sit on the bench for $30 million a year. Would you? I wouldn't do it either. I think it's just time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Kevin Love playing for the Cavaliers, helping us bring a championship there, being loyal even when he didn't need to. And Miami Money did a lot of talking there, but he stayed with us. And I just want him to end his career where he's actually competing and not planning on a rebuild. I mean, he's the vet the Cavaliers need, but there's just not a lot of room in the rotation anymore. We don't. I just can't see how it'll work right now. We also got Taco Fall on a camp deal. Maybe he'll make the roster. Who knows? But now that we have Markkanen and Mobley's there and Jarrett signed long term, we just don't have the starting play. Like he's not going to be starting anymore. I think they had that conversation with him already. His minutes are going to be diminished because he can't stay healthy. So go play your remaining time of basketball in a contender. So I do think that the Cleveland Cavaliers and Kevin Love's time needs to come to an end, personally.
So I'm gonna say this about Kevin Love, and I have something to ask you about Ben Simmons too, but I'm gonna get this out first since we're talking about it. Kevin Love has proven to be that he is not a good teammate. All these years that we got players that's losing in situations and we blaming everybody but the player because the player is putting up good numbers. We blame the coach, we blame the ownership, we blame the GM, we blame everybody, we blame the players around them. And sometimes I feel like it's time to look at the players themselves and say you are not just a player to win, and you have been the reason of losing this whole time. So when Kevin Love was not Sacramento but Minnesota, everybody used to blame everything except Kevin because Kevin was putting up 20 and 20 and he was putting up all these godly numbers, and they were just like, nah, he can't be the reason they're losing. But sometimes it comes down to all you, like Cade Cunningham, all you that superstar player to galvanize the troops around you, to make them want to believe in the cause just like you believe in the cause. All you that player that goes out there and just get your numbers and you don't care about anything else. You don't care about being a leader. You don't care about setting up other players. All you that type of player. And it comes to find out that Kevin Love is that type of guy and he is that type of player. And I hate to judge the man. And I'm not trying to talk ill will on him. I'm just saying, based on what I have seen from him from the Sacramento days until up to this moment right now, he just seems like he's not a good teammate. Even if we go back to last year when they had that clip of him where it felt like he just quit on the team on the court when he threw the ball in bounds, like it was just like I was one of the people that made excuses for him in that moment. I was thinking like, ain't no way he did that on purpose, yada yada. Yada. I was defending him, but now that I'm looking back, I'm not sure if he was just sabotaging the team on the court in mid game. I don't know that now because Kevin Love just seems like he's not a good teammate and he's not the player that he used to be. I thought he was gonna have a shakeback year last year and he did not do that. I can't really expect him to do much going forward. They try to pick him up on the USA Olympics team to see if he still has something in the tank. And even the guy over the Olympics came out and said Kevin is just not somebody we want to be around. We thought we can rebrand him and get him back to the peak where he was, but the negative energy that he was bringing around this whole situation, we just didn't want it. That should make Kevin look at himself and realize what he's doing wrong. He's deep in his career. He's a vet now. He can't do much, but I think a buyout for him would be perfect for him to go somewhere else and try to win. But if it's all about the money and he don't care about anything else about making sure he's good, his family's good, and people around him good, then just get the money, sit on the bench for 30 mil, and do that. Or the team, the Cavaliers may just eat that money and cut him. At the end of the day, who knows? So it just sucks because I used to think so high, Kevin, and to see how far he is falling and to see his true colors be revealed, this whole situation just stank. And wish him the best going forward. Hopefully, I'm wrong with everything I'm saying, but Kevin, you just don't look like a good teammate. You don't look like somebody I would want to play for, especially with those young guys there right now. You don't want that bad energy and bad vibes rubbing off on those young guys in their organization.
Tough situation.
Tough
Really tough
situation.
situation. So it's gonna. I think this is the opportunity for him to take the buyout. I'm not saying this, but he's friends with LeBron. You can possibly go play for the Lakers. If you want to go home, Portland's an option for you. They can use another power forward, and you're already friends with Larry Nance. Go help him out. Help them get out the first round for a change. Um, there's just options for him out there. Like the Clippers could take him. He went to UCLA, so that's why I said the Lakers. I know Brooklyn will probably be interested because they're interested in every big man that can shoot. So there'd be options for him. I just think that his tenure in Cleveland should come to an end. I think it's that time. He is the vet that Cleveland does need, though. I mean, he's the big man that won championships, who's had success in his career individually. Hasn't taken a team to the playoffs, but he has had success. He's played with LeBron James for 4 years. Like you learn from things like that. So he is what he is that vet. But is he the player that we need right now? Probably not. I think we need more vets that are gonna accept less minutes. I don't know if he's gonna accept that or not. We'll see. They accept less minutes. They're still capable, or maybe trying to prove themselves again. Like we'll see. We'll see. It's a tough situation, but only time will tell on that one. I can't really speak on it because I don't know what they're going to do yet. As of right now, Kevin Love will be in a Cleveland Cavaliers uniform. Actually, at the date of us recording, it is September 22nd, and he was actually in Cleveland today for the first time in practice. So let's see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Next question I have, and we can go ahead and close out. Was I know you said you don't you do you want Ben Simmons or you don't want Ben Simmons?
I do not want Ben Simmons personally.
So you do not want Ben Simmons, but Ben Simmons would give you the best chance in land LeBron James. His clutch client, not client, but his clutch partner, Rich Paul is his agent. Rich Paul is LeBron's best friend. He's one of the biggest stars on in the whole agency. Going back to Cleveland, his hometown, and he'll be a veteran player by the time LeBron get there. That's more enticing for LeBron to come back than coming back to Colin Sexton and Darius Garland and all those other guys. You don't think so?
Oh, I agree. But it depends on Ben Simmons' development. Like, if he's the same player, every year, which he's proven he is so far, and we have guys that are skyrocketing in terms of their potential, like Collins improving every year. So let's say LeBron does want to play, for everyone listening, I am telling you right now, LeBron James will play his absolute last season ever in a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey as his going away tour. But if he decides that that's what he wants to do, if Colin keeps improving, if Darius keeps improving, if Evan makes this amazing leap he's supposed to, if Isaac Okoro reaches his potential because he could be a really good two-way player, if Jarrett Allen continues doing what he does, and we have Lowry, just add LeBron to that, we could have a good team, a really good team with a lot of talent, a lot of young guys who want to get better. That's the thing. I'm not saying Ben Simmons doesn't want to get better, but he's a celebrity, and his game just doesn't get better. He's a great defensive player. I think he'll be the best player in the Cleveland Cavaliers today. No questions asked.
Okay.
But he doesn't improve. That's the problem.
I just think
and Darius Garland's a clutch client as well too. So that's already enticing enough.
It's not. I just think getting Ben would be the better thing. But go. I know you got some kind of question for me. I don't know what it is. I'm ready to hear it.
I do want to throw one more thing out there. Stephen Curry, apparently on one of these podcasts, not Stephen Curry, but someone said that Stephen Curry is actually pretty big on Darius Garland and wants to work out with him. So that'd be good. Darius, if you're listening to me and this is true, please go talk to Stephen. Let him help you get better.
Oh Lord, that's footnote news.
Go get better. Question. 2 questions. We're gonna go with him. Should the Cleveland Cavaliers part ways with Kevin Love, which you kind of already answered, but how should we do it in your opinion? 2, should the Cleveland Cavaliers trade Colin Sexton or pay him a reasonable contract? Or do you feel like he's worth the max?
Okay, so I already kind of said what I felt about Big Love, Kevin Love. See, Big Love, I even gave you a nickname. I used to call you Big Love. So you kind of already know how I feel about that.
Buy out, go the Lakers. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, not if the Lakers, LeBron seemed like he didn't get along with Kevin Love too much. He was down. I know he called him his brother because he called everybody his brother. But I remember he used to sneak diss Kevin on Twitter back in the day. So let me see. The Colin Sexton thing is interesting. I do not believe he's a max player. If he can get a contract similar to Jarrett Allen, a bit better though. I feel like he's worth more than Jarrett Allen. I feel like if he can get something like that, that would be good. But not like a super max deal. I mean, he won't get a super max anyway because he won't be an all-star, all NBA player or win one of the major awards. So, but I feel like he can get like right under that super max money and right under that max deal money and be a good player for y'all. And I don't think y'all should trade him though. I feel like y'all should keep him. Unless y'all trading him for Ben Simmons. Outside of Ben Simmons, I think I should keep him.
Yeah, if it's anyone but Ben Simmons, we're not trading Colin. But I do agree. I don't think Colin's the max. I do think Colin should be paid well, though. And I don't think that contract's going to come this year. I think if we retain him, it will come next summer when he'll be restricted free agent. So I think it'll come then. In the meantime, he's allowed to prove it. It's a risk because if he plays even better, now you have to offer him more money when the time comes. So let's see. We'll see what happens. But that's the end of this. Look forward to Cleveland Cavaliers. Hopefully we can make a play-in spot. But as of right now, we are power ranking them at the 24th spot.
Oh, man, that's going to be it for us, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to the NBA preview for Open Straw Podcast. Stay tuned for the next couple of episodes. We're moving on to 23 next. And that 23 team, let me give y'all a good hint. That 23 team is an Eastern Conference team. It is a team that did not make the playoffs last year. No, wait, they did make the playoffs last year. So it's a team that did make the playoffs last year. And the player they had on their team last year is one of the most polarizing players of all time. I'll say that. So that's gonna be it for us. I gave y'all a lot of hints on that one. Y'all gotta know that one.
Everyone should know who it is now.
We're gonna see how smart they are. Put it in the comments. Let us know. So that's it for us, man. Thank y'all for listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.